This group of students are studying a digital marketing module as part of a FETAC Level 5 Business Certificate. The assessment brief for this module is to create a digital marketing campaign for a client, such as a business or college. We selected Fingal Adult Education and Balbriggan Vitas as the clients for the project. Students had to plan and monitor the campaign while choosing the appropriate Web 2.0 technologies, such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and blogs. But before they could do this, students had to learn about these electronic tools. Instead of writing about each tool, students were asked to create podcasts explaining Web 2.0 technologies and how they can be used for business. Students used PowerPoint to create a presentation, recorded the presentation with narrative, and then saved it as a video. Students uploaded their videos to YouTube and Vimeo, and they reflected on the process in an online private journal on Moodle.
Once we were given the brief on what we had to do and we set about writing the script, I actually thought that part was easy enough to do, and then we had to move on to PowerPoint and create our slides. And I have to say I enjoyed this. I enjoyed picking out the images I was going to use and displaying it on the page. And when you could flick from one page to the other, it gave you a bit of a sense of satisfaction that you could see what you were doing.
Once students learned how to use these technologies for business, they began to plan and implement their marketing campaigns. The students used Facebook and Twitter to promote Balbriggan Vitas and Fingal Adult Education. They also created promotional videos to be placed on the websites and shared on Facebook and Twitter. Students had to plan how to create these videos, and planning took place in a forum on Moodle where students negotiated the challenges of the task. Students learned how to analyse the use of Web 2.0 technologies to see if more interest was generated for their clients. They monitored the campaign and recorded the progress on their team blogs.
Well, I think it's a good way of learning because it's more tailored to each student's needs rather than a teacher standing up at the top of the class is just directing at a whole classroom, and each student has their own needs, and whereas some might be very far ahead and some people might be very far behind. So it's more, if you're doing something and you can't do it, you can ask your tutor, whereas if somebody's standing up at a board, they just kind of plough through their stuff. And it's not as easy to stop a teacher and say, well, I don't understand that. Whereas when you're practically doing something, it's much easier to just get guidance when you need it.